was ashamed of him and treated him like a doorbell baby. Not his parents, of course, but the others. Sometimes aunts came to visit and disdainfully gave Malik's mother clothes their own children had grown out of, old gadgets and other garbage, whatever they didn't have enough room for but couldn't bear to throw away. Almost 4 years ago, in the middle of August, Malik entered 7th grade. Mr. Kovac gave the introductory lesson. He decided to raise the subject of social inequality and to discuss the methods the government used to give everyone a chance. And he spoke of discardium. On that day, Malik thought only of one thing. Just another year and a half and he would start his own life. His parents, with their lowest of the low citizenship status, could never have afforded to buy him a capsule. But they didn't need to. At age 14, the Department of Education would provide one for him.
And then everything will change, Malik swore to himself. I'll do something there that will make everyone respect me.
As for what exactly, he didn't know yet. But he was sure of one thing. All those who smirked at his hand-me-downs, who looked at him as if at a slug, sometimes even forgetting that Malik Abdu'Alim was their classmate, they would all find out who he really was. And maybe Tissa Schaefer would pay him some attention too.
Sorry that I didn't notice you before, Malik, she would say. Would you like to go somewhere with me?
Of course he would agree, but not right away. He had his pride, but he knew how to be generous. He could forgive, and when they went on the date, he would kiss her and admit that he'd loved her for a long time. But not right away. Let her twist a little first. His soaring dreams crashed upon the cliff face of reality. A few days later, Malik was nearly in tears, not because Ed Rodriguez pantsed him in physical education, but because Tissa had seen it. At least she didn't laugh like the others. Malik filled with resolution and concentrated on his goals. School, family, and even Tissa, of whom he dreamed as he drifted off to sleep, disappeared into background. All his plans centered on discardium. He spent days and nights studying materials online. He delved into the mythology of the world, tinkered for hours with spreadsheets and damage calculations, dug through stories of success, trying to figure out which playstyle would bring him to victory. In the end, he decided to be a thief. Unlike the adjacent classes, assassin, rogue, bandit, pirate, ninja, and so on, the thief not only dealt great damage, but also helped the group with useful combat techniques. But the most important aspect of the class was its name. The thief could successfully steal. Successfully was the key word. Anyone could unlock the skill of thievery, but only thieves had the innate talent and the right bonuses to properly use it. Why spend days on end completing routine social quests for a few silver pieces when you can steal whatever you need from a merchant stall? After choosing his class, Malik listened to all the free podcasts by famous thieves of discardium — he couldn't afford the paid ones — to try and figure out the exact playstyle that would get him the right class at level 10. He had to avoid ranged weaponry, or better still, use only knives and daggers, try to attack from behind, run away after losing half health, and, of course, steal at every opportunity even when the item was unnecessary. He spent more than one day thinking of his game name. Saghir, like he was used to? No. His pride snapped. He was no little one. In the game, nobody would dare call him that. He spent a long time going through the options, then finally chose Infect, because he knew that whatever he was going to do, his ideas would be so good they'd infect others. Malik imagined himself as Infect and smiled. Yes, that's exactly who he'd be. Soon after, he made friends with, who'd have thought it, Hung and Ed. His knowledge of discardium helped him. Now under the wing of the two most popular, although the teachers wouldn't have said so, boys in the class, his spirit soared. Now he could walk to the toilet without lowering his eyes. The kicks to his behind, the legs stuck out to trip him up in the cafeteria, the pranks and bullying, it all stopped. In mere days, it was like Malik had gotten plus 500 reputation with the entire school. Even the girls started showing interest in him. Well, at least they didn't turn away when they saw him and answered when he said hello. It was important to fit in.